Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay, and we are back with ZOTAC 293 quarterfinals between WhiteAndNerdy, who is currently up 1-0, against Cechi, who's, down. Now I did say in the previous video that I am trying to consider just thinking of a, as I said, opening, like a certain phrase that is kind of unique to me, but I don't know, I just can't think of one. I mean, ideas are a dime a dozen now, especially since YouTube is, a thing for everyone nowadays, but oh well. I did say that I might start off with a Star Wars phrase, but I don't know, some people might not be appealed to it, but who knows. So I was thinking of something Mandalorian, which is a certain race or culture in the universe of Star Wars, and this certain phrase is Alaro Manade, and that is how you pronounce it, so I might say that. But we shall see. Either way, that's just my thoughts on how I should say it. It basically means welcome everyone, and that's it. So either way, this is going to be game 2. It is on the map Turtle Rock. We have Ponyu's WaN, WhiteAndNerdy, is going to be spawning as the grey undead player in the bottom right, favoring the center, or that is close to the east. Just not really helpful when they're both at the bottom right, and they're not really in the correct hour position for me to do the time locations, so in the bottom right, closest to east, I'll just say that. And it is going to be Cechi who is going to be spawning as the green undead player in the bottom right, closest to south. So I don't know, I just really hate Turtle Rock because of this close spawns, but oh well. Anyway, Cechi's going to get himself a Death Knight. It looks like WaN is also getting himself a Death Knight. Cechi, oh wow. Oh, did he scout that creep? Or not creep. Blight? He might have. Okay. Either way, WaN, once again, a very early Crypt Fiend. It looks like he went for that same opening or something like that. Delayed Death Knight, very early Crypt Fiend. Only 2 ghouls. Apparently it worked in game 1, which I was very surprised because, he was just hindered in all other aspects. Eventually, or economy for one, technology for another, and eventually, just evened out with army. So, I'm surprised it did so well. But then again, I think WaN just had better opportunities. Was able to take down the DK very early on, as well as just get a very powerful Lich in itself. Okay, skeletons are moving out, trying to get those acolytes. I mean, experience-wise, he might be able to get some, but at the end of the day, I don't think he will be able to achieve much economy damage, as, there's a surplus of acolytes actually, so killing one won't necessarily hinder his economy at all. I mean, driving them out of their mining positions will try to hinder it once, but not to a great extent. Tier 2 coming in from WaN, while Cechi did do it a while back. We do have another Crypt Fiend coming out for Cechi. That is going to be a second. A third one is coming out as well. WaN is going to make that third ghoul does have a Spirit Tower alongside that Nerubian Tower, and he is creeping from this green creep camp, orange creep camp. Will he get to that level 2? Yes, he will, and the Circle of Nobility has been picked up. Meanwhile, Cechi looks like he will be getting to level 2 very soon. Death Coil gonna deny that. Nicely done from WaN, but I think this Forest Troll will be Cechi's. There we go, level 2, and we're gonna have a fight right here. 4 skeletons, 2 Crypt Fiends, and a DK versus just 3 Crypts and a DK. Okay, both players just exchanging damage, but Cechi's the one that's receiving it the most. Ghouls are going to be focusing on that single tree that is preventing that Crypt Fiend from moving. Not a nice thing to actually have. Okay. What is that? 4 Crypt Fiends? 4 Crypt Fiends for both players. This one's taking a ton of damage. Will be death called. There we go. Nothing really going on. It's just both players trying to do some damage to each other, but all they're targeting is the summoned units, which will eventually be unsummoned. So WaN's going to take the smart move and start creeping. And doesn't look like he will be interrupted at all unless Cechi goes for that base instead. Tier 2 has been completed. WaN is going to get himself a Lich as well as Burrow. Okay, here we go. Cechi might be discouraged because of that Spirit Tower, but who knows really. Those Crypt Fiends can actually attack this Crypt without being attacked, and Black Citadel is coming down for WaN as well. I think Cechi also getting himself Black Citadel, yes he is, and he's also getting himself a Lich. Sword House is going to be popped down. That's pretty much the difference between WaN and Cechi. There we go. Army supply 36 versus 37. Cechi is slightly ahead, but mainly because of that 6th Acolyte. So in short terms, they're pretty much even. Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to be cleared out. Is it going to be a full 15 seconds, or is it going to be a greater potion? It's going to be a Skull of the Beast instead. Oh, something not interesting, I think. I mean, 25 bonus damage, I think. Oh no. I mean, when it eventually comes down to destroyers, I think Cechi might be in a little better position, but who knows. Here we go, +6 claws on that Lich. Gargantuan Sea Turtle, who will get the kill. Death Coil and a Frost Nova, and it looks like WaN will get the kill, but the item will be picked up from Cechi. It is going to be a Perhaps Vitality. I guess he saved himself 150 gold if he wanted it, but you know, no one really, well, it's rarely, you know, bought from a merchant.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Cechi cleaning up that camp. Meanwhile, WaN is, I guess he's a little indecisive right now. It is starting to get to that period where both players are creeping passively, not really focusing on each other's bases, but I think WaN might be the one breaking this piece very soon. Dark Ranger is going to be hired up as the 3rd hero. It looks like she got herself silence, as we don't see any dark minions coming from those corpses. And it's going to be a Wand of Mana Stealing once again. Not that interesting, but we did see how effective it was back in game 1, denying as much death coils from that DK as possible. A Frost Nova on that Crypt Fiend, definitely nice usage of silence right there, forcing a Crypt Fiend to be killed off. And there we go with this engagement. No shades actually helping this but a dust appearance is going to be used to try and reveal those crit fiends, and with Scroll of the Beast going to be used for WaN as well, but WaN slowly losing his units compared to killing them off. Dust's appearance was a very big surprise for me actually, but I guess it was expected. I think Cechi kind of won that battle, but who knows, I think, oh, not really sure. I mean, WaN still has more crit fiends, so he looks like, he looks very confident in this, so he's gonna go ahead and attack that base. Abomination's second one is going to be hired up very early from Cechi actually, so I don't know, he might be looking to break upkeep sooner than his opponent, and meanwhile WaN is going to get himself his first Abomination, and that's pretty much going to be all his units until he breaks upkeep. TP Scroll coming in. Will Cechi lose that Sword House? No, he will not, as he did TP right on top of that army, and silence is coming in from both players, except the Dark Rangers not being silenced at all. We might have the second Abomination being popped out right there. There we go. Second Abomination is going to make things a lot more scary for WaN. We do have level 2 on that Lich versus a level 2 Lich. Death Coil constantly healing those Abominations. We do have another Burrow from WaN, but it does his appearance from Cechi to reveal those units. Wand of Mana Stealing once again being used. That is going to be the last charge. Tons of damage against that Crypt Fiend. Unfortunately, Silence was on that DK, so it was not able to save him. And we might have another Crypt Fiend. There we go with the Death Coil, but I think he will be slowly bursted down as well. Statue very, very close to death, but was able to retreat. And we have a surround on Abomination, but he is able to slip through. Silence on all those three undead heroes, so WaN's the one pushing right now. Could actually go after that statue. Surprised he's not going after that right now. There we go with the statue being destroyed. Hopefully that will be less sustainability from Cechi. We do have ghouls being pulled out from WaN as well, so this is a rather desperation act in terms of defense. So he might just be eager to destroy his opponent and then quickly counter-engage or counter-attack, but not sure how well this will work out. Frost Nova is on that Crypt Fiend. There is no more Dust Appearance charges. No, he does. There is one charge, or one stack left, so is able to use that if he wants to, but a TP Scroll is going to be used instead. Lich is going to be forced to retreat. Cechi is pulling it ahead. Oh, that was not WaN's Crypt Fiend borrowing, it was Cechi's actually. I was wondering why the Lich didn't pop. Or at least, what? Never mind. I got so confused that time. Even though they're different colors, the similarities are just not helping at all. I think it all will come down to who gets the destroyers first. WaN has the supply as well as Cechi, but is about to lose that Sword House. So yeah, he's going to be a little discouraged from getting those destroyers, especially since he only has one statue. Watch Award is going to be claimed from Cechi, both camps actually, so yeah. And here we go, Cechi's Altar of Darkness is being attacked, but I don't think Cechi's going to stay still for that to happen, and he is going to engage right now. Is he? Nope. Web is going to be cast on that Destroyer. Silence on that Dark Ranger. Not the best hero to actually silence, but I guess that will prevent his own units from being silenced as well. Dust Appearance is going to be casted on top of WaN's units, and we have the Destroyer still hungry for mana. Unable to do anything. Statue is going to be destroyed for WaN. This Destroyer is going to be killed off, but will that focus firing from Cechi really help? WaN is able to get some key units off. Another Burrow Crypt Fiend is going to be taken down from another Dust Appearance. We're going to have another one being taken down as well. 4 Crypt Fiends versus 2 as well as 2 abominations, I think. Doesn't really matter, does it? Invulnerability potion on that DK. DK himself is nearing level 4, but it looks like WAN should retreat very soon. Silence going to be casted once again. And DK does not have enough mana, so I think WAN is in the clear. But it looks like he's going to retreat instead as... No, is he?
Players' forces are under attack.
Don't know, there's a lot of blood on this blight. I'm sure it's blood. I mean, sometimes, you know, like this crypt constructed right now, it's very confusing, but either way, this Lich is going to take a ton of damage. Death Coil is going to be coming in. That was a very early Death Coil, and he only has pretty much only 1 Death Coil amount of mana left. Frost Nova on that DK. DK, oh, is going to be taken down just as he bought a health pot. Not good for Cechi. He is looking at a rather bad fight. He is going to deal a ton of damage to the Abomination, but he will be healed off instead. I think WAN needs to retreat, try to build up a bigger army again, and then push. He should not be constantly pressuring his opponent. It's pretty much going to, you know, pretty much wear down your own army as well. I mean, sure, give Cechi some time to build back up, but at the same time, you should build back up your, you know, initially better army. And it looks like WN's going to do that. Oh, he is not going to counterattack. Instead, he is looking to creep out somewhere else. Nope, it looks like he's going to attack instead.
A player's forces are under
No,
attack.
a little hesitant, but okay, there we go. Dark Rituals constantly being used, and Death Knight is halfway to being revived, but I don't think that will be the case. If Cechi loses Altar of Darkness, this is going to be very bad for him to actually cope with, and is going to be losing that Death Knight once again. It looks like the Cechi army is going to move to that tavern to revive that DK. Not only will that cost him a significant amount of resources, but it will leave him with no mana to begin with, and Hero this Crypt is going to be taking tons of damage if... Oh, WAN should be going after that Crypt Fiend no matter what the Acolytes are doing, but the Ghouls are coming in to retaliate, and WAN is going to be engaging against Cechi's army instead. Death Knight is... he does have that health pot, but he does not have enough mana. WAN's... Oh, her Lich being taken down. WAN's Lich is going to be taken down level 3. TB Swirls coming in from WAN. Cechi getting level 4 to that Death Knight and the Lich at the same time. Nicely done, taking out that Lich at level 3. Probably going to give him some space to try and catch up. But wow, this script has taken a lot of damage. I mean, if this building got destroyed, it would be very difficult for Cechi to come back. I think. I mean, I'll generally think so. He lost both his Slaughterhouse and his Altar of Darkness, so if he lost his Crypt, that's pretty much no production for him until he gets those buildings back up. And that takes, you know, a long time. Wow, statue's out of mana. Probably should go into a destroyer instead. And don't know. I mean, Lich is nearly back up, but still a couple of seconds away. This Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to be killed off, and it's going to be a great amount of potion. Just what he needed. Well, DK, what you doing? WAN is going to be... Oh, this is not a very good turn of events for Cechi. Is going to have his destroyer whipped immediately, and we're going to have WAN's destroyers immediately whipped as end result. One of the destroyers is going to be taken out This Abomination taking a lot of damage as well. Probably will be killed off. I mean, Deathcore will try to do as much as it can, but Abomination is just so much health already. And here we go with the Lich. A Lich is going to be coming back. Will we see those Frost Novas on top of that Dark Ranger or those Crypt Fiends? I'm not sure. There we go, Crypt Fiend. But at the same time, WaN is going to get hit as well. Disappearance is going to be used. Lich, nope, DK from WaN is trying to chase down those Crypt Fiends himself. Can't really tell who's in the head. Lich is going to use that TB scroll instead. And Cechi able to make him burn that expensive item.
The player's forces are under attack.
So far, army supply is 48 versus 46. Slaughterhouse is now over here. And do we have a replacement for Altar of Darkness? We do not. This is a rather long game. 20 minutes and then it's already categorized as a long game. Looks like WN's gonna go after that red creep camp. Definitely should get a good item out of this. If he doesn't, then I would be disappointed. Meanwhile, Cechi's gonna go after another red creep camp as well. Troll warlords, so should be a good item. I think the Ogre Lord camp has better items than the Troll Warlord camp. Sometimes they're the same. Let's see. There's going to be a Lion Horn of the Stormwind. Ogre Lord is going to drop Django of Endurance. Yeah, this is what I mean by similar items. So Endurance Aura against Devotion Aura, so I don't know. It looks like Cechi's army is focused on defense now, and WN's army is focused on damage or offense.
The player's forces are under attack.
Currently plus 17 attack for that Lich, and he'll go with Cechi going after this red creep camp as well. Where is that Ogre Lord? I am not sure. Where's that Ogre Lord? Huh. Weird. I have no idea what the Ogre Lord is. Does not look like either player has a valuable item. It probably was sold off, but can't believe I missed that. It looks like Cechi's going to go and expand. Meanwhile, WaN is going to go for the same thing as well. But Cechi is going to spot this, going to lose himself. Oh, WaN lost himself an Acolyte. This Troll Warlord camp is going to die as well. A Scourge Bone Chimes item is going to be picked up. I think both players are just trying to creep out as much as they can now. So far there's only 2 creep camps, this one and this one. Oh, 3 creep camps, this one. Not anymore. I wonder who has the bigger edge, or better edge. I think Cechi has the better edge. Not only has his opponent not realized this, but he also has these 2 Watch Awards, so if anything funny happens from WaN, it's going to be picked up from Cechi most likely.
A player's forces are under attack.
Scourge Bone Chimes sold for 200 gold, and a Invulnerability Potion is going to be picked up in its place. And here we go with Skeletons. Dark Minions are going to go after those Acolytes. Acolytes are going to be pulled off. Meanwhile, that is pretty much the only mining base for WaN, so it's going to be crucial if he actually loses a single Acolyte. It looks like he did. Okay. Both DKs very close to level 5. Oh wow, WaN only has a level 4 Lich, but Cechi is going to admit that his Lich has better items, which he does. WaN's gonna argue back with, well, you have a level 3 Frost Nova versus my level 2. Which of course is pretty much the deciding factor. Basic attacks mean nothing if your spells hit harder. That's pretty much it. I mean, the gap's not really that much either. This lich has plus 14, this lich has plus 17. Not much of a gap. Unless he's talking about his other heroes, which... not really, not really. Only Django of Endurance. Not sure what Cechi's talking about actually. Okay, here we go with the fight. No, WAN is just a little scared to engage, but at the same time, how can he engage? It looks like he is going to engage right now. No silences coming in. There we go with the silence on Cechi's DK, but that's going to be expired just now. Dark Ranger is forced to retreat. Dithko saving her life, and Cechi does have himself a destroyer as well. Dithko going to save that Crypt Fiend, and here we go with another silence on top of the Cechi's DK. Level 5 on WAN's, but a level 5 on Cechi as well. Both players just losing one unit at a time, just in turns. Meanwhile, these skeletons are going to be absorbed. Okay. Looking at army, it's 45 versus 60. Cechi has a bitter advantage than his opponent in terms of army supply. Gonna lose himself a Crypt Fiend. There we go, and another Crypt Fiend actually. So WAN's not looking too good. He only has one Crypt Fiend left, as well as one destroyer. So he's just going to heal that Crypt Fiend back up. DK for WAN is going to take a ton of damage. No healing items at all. And of course he can't heal himself. Only healing item or healing ability is going to be that Obsidian Statue is going to be taken out by a Frost Nova. GG from WAN, and that is going to be a tied series. Now, due to some complications, Game 3 has not been uploaded in any replay sites. So I'm going to tell you right now, Cechi won Game 3. I do apologize for not, for breaking down the news, but that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time on another Warcraft series.